watching. Hello. Welcome to another episode of All Elite with Keeks. Now, I'm going to tell y'all like this. This episode, we're not going to do the wars this week. We know that Dynamite would have won. It would have been three-week streak for Dynamite because they had blood and guts. I'm sorry, Colliders. Y'all know damn well Dynamite would have took that victory. Hey to the people in the chat. Hey, Jermaine. Hey, Sean. Regular folk. My favorites done hit the chat. Welcome. So, this episode, y'all, I got the glasses on. We're teaching today, okay? Because a lot of things happened. A lot of things transpired. And a lot of discourse was happening on the timeline. And I know that everybody, are not in-ring storytelling readers. I get that. I'm not even going to shade y'all this week. I always shade y'all, but I'm not this time because people need a little help.
Yeah.
And I'm going to help y'all this week. I'm going to give y'all a little bit of help to get y'all prepared for All In because All In is like 4 weeks away, almost 4.5 weeks away. So you have to dissect on what's going on so y'all can enjoy All In because if you don't know what's going on, you're not going to really enjoy All In like you should. So this week, y'all, I'm going to get into Dynamite, Collision. Now, mind y'all, I'm not going to go match by match. I'm going to go into things, the key factor in things that's going to happen that I know probably for sure is going to be part of All In, except for probably one, which is the TNT. But we'll get into that. I'm going to get into Rampage, and I'm going to also get into ROH, Death Before Dishonor. And I'm going to also get into some women business. That is the main topic for this week. But this is also to help y'all understand what had transpired on AEW, especially to you writers out there that write and listen, especially to you other content creators that are not into AEW, but you want to keep up because you cover everything, but you don't want to watch AEW. That's what I'm here for, okay? So I'm going to help y'all understand what's going on, how we get to point A, point B, and point C possibly, because it's still in the works. Tony Khan, I know you be listening, okay? So we're going to get right into it. Let me get my notes. Y'all know I got to get my handy dandy notebook because I write things down, okay? So we're going to start off with Dynamite, okay? Dynamite was blood and guts. Things happen on Blood and Guts. One thing that happened that opened up the show, Jungle Boy buried his old gimmick. Y'all know Jungle Boy as the babyface with the song and all of that other stuff, dressing like Tarzan and things like that. He finally buried it because he is a heel. He is a new man, and it's a brand new day. Now, I understand people did not like it, did not accept it. Of course, I will get into him winning the title. He came out to Beethoven, okay? He came out to Beethoven, and it was with boos. That shit is going to work. You know why? That's Shakespeare. That is theater. Because you hear the boos while the Beethoven is playing in the back. That is brilliant. Okay, he gets on top of the ropes and he has his arms out like he is Caesar, Julius Caesar, or you know what I'm saying, like King David and things like that, and you just hear boos with the Beethoven in the back. It works. Now, the only thing that I can say, I suggest probably he don't put your hair in a ponytail, keep it down with the leather jacket. So yeah, keep it down with the leather jacket. You don't have to put it in a ponytail. But if you want to put it in a ponytail, that's what your prerogative is. But yeah, so he comes out here in Shakespeare. Beethoven is theater. He faces Hook. He defeats Hook. He is the new FTW champion. And I want to mind y'all that Jack Perry gave Hook his best match. Gave him his best match. This is the best I have seen Hook. Like, you didn't see the same old, techniques, the same old sequences. You saw something different. He added a little bit of difference in his wrestling style. So this was his best match. needs a no. He does not. No. Hell no. Keep the hair, okay? Keep the hair. Jack Perry looks good with the hair down. Keep the hair. He doesn't have to do that.
I'm glad that he grew the rest of his facial hair in.
Yes. Keep the hair, facial hair, and like we said last week, maybe add Anna J to it. Then it will possibly work.
Like
it
we
will
said,
all come together.
Like we said 8 months ago, add Anna J to it.
Mm-hmm. You can finally add Anna J to it because she comes out in a whole like a magician anyway, like the jacket and the thing. Not keep the hair, but never wear it like he used to. No, I don't know. He don't need the bun. Keep the hair down. Just keep the hair down because he has it in a bun. It don't. If he's doing Beethoven, keep your hair down. Beethoven is like they wore them ugly ass wigs, but it was not no updo. It was a downdo. So keep it down. It's Beethoven. You know what I'm saying? Because if he keep the hair up, then I would suggest a whole new outfit or a whole new look. But if he's gonna keep his hair down, or if it's gonna come down anyway, just keep it down. Because if he keep it up, he might as well just wear like a cape or some shit. I don't know. But yeah, moving on. So I believe in Jack Perry as a heel. We saw the heat that he got. He got a lot of heat. He got a lot of boos. He was admiring the boos and stuff like that while the Beethoven is playing in the background. It works. It will come together. Just give it time. But he is going to be a great heel. He gave Hook his best match. I never doubt his in-ring. His in-ring is incredible. It looks like he got way better, and it looks like he is getting bigger as well, gaining more muscle. So keep it up, Jungle Man Jack Perry. Now, as far as the FTW Championship, I don't know if they're just going to finally include it or what. I don't know what that direction is. I'm still kind of like staying on my P's and Q's on how this is going to go. So I can't necessarily tell you what the FTW Championship will lead to. But he's the new FTW champion, okay? So, and Taz is pissed off about that. So I'm going to move on to the blind. I'm going to move on to the blind eliminator tag team. I'm not going to talk too much about the match. I want to talk about more of Adam Cole and MJF. A lot of people was irritated by the whole first half of the sequence, the dancing and things like that. But as I recall on the timeline, and I believe it was around the time when people were still body shaming Adam Cole when he was out with the injury, the PWG Adam Cole was resurfacing, and people were saying that they missed this Adam Cole. I hope they bring this Adam Cole back. We saw Wednesday, and people was upset. Y'all asked for it, and it happened. What are we upset about? This is Adam Cole. But it just shows that people know Adam Cole from NXT, but a lot didn't know from his indie days, okay? This has always been Adam Cole. That's always been Adam Cole. He's always been dancing or in some form of entertainment. That's how, that plus his wrestling skills is how, Trips is like, I want that guy. You know what I'm saying? So that's always been Adam Cole. Suck my dick. Like, that's Adam Cole. So yeah, it was people complaining about that. Y'all asked for it, it delivered. What are you crying about? Which goes to show you that it's them damn 2021 AEW fans, but I'll get on that some other time. I want them banned. All the AEW 2021 fans need to be banned. I'm sick of them. But I also want to pinpoint two things that's going on. We're seeing Adam Cole in a good space. While simultaneously, I can't even say it right now. But at the same time, you see MJF is gaining to be a better human. You know what I'm saying? Being a better person while he's with Adam Cole. So it looks like to me, even though they both still don't like each other in a sense, it looks like to me maybe MJF is the one that is really, really into these bonding with Adam Cole, and I feel like Adam Cole is just still secretly playing the part. Like Adam Cole is probably the one that everybody needs to look out for, not so much as MJF in this matter. But it could be switched. We could get a plot twist. You never know with Tony Khan these days. But the way I see it, I feel like it's going to be Adam Cole flipping on MJF. So they kind of hinted it after the match when Adam Cole stared at the AEW Championship belt. He still wants that gold. And MJF was just like, what the fuck? But, you know, they hugged it out and stuff like that. And then, of course, you add FTR. They came out. Now, it was tension between FTR and MJF. It was tension. Now, y'all got to remember that FTR and MJF were a part of the Pinnacle faction. The Pinnacle started in, believe, 2022. It was during that reign, the feud between them and Chris Jericho. So the FTR shit, you know, they're bothered by them having fun. But in the meantime, I'm going to get to the FTR when I get to Collision. I forgot to put it in my notes, but it makes me remember what I was going to say. But yeah, so we're still going to see that. We don't know if we're going to see MJF or versus Adam Cole at All In or All Out. Because it could go either way, honestly. It can lead to it either way. But I'm pretty sure they're probably going to book that for All In, but you never know. You never know, because I have something else to bring up as far as MJF, which we will get into a little bit later, okay? Of course, they took the win or whatever, so they're going to face FTR on Collision. That should be a good match. Okay, there you go. Yeah, so that should be a great match. So, like I said, remember that MJF is a part of the Pinnacle, so it's a little bit personal for FTR and MJF, as you saw in the ring. You saw the tension between Dex and MJF, so it's going to get very, very personal Saturday at Collision between those guys. Adam Cole is just like, that's y'all beef, but I'm here to win. So, now let's get into the main event. Blood and Guts. A lot of things happen at Blood and Guts. So I'm going to help y'all understand what all happened at Blood and Guts, because it was some in-ring storytelling in Blood and Guts that we'll probably see ending at All In, okay? Things are leading to All In, like I've been saying. So I'm going to help y'all understand what is going on, okay? We're going to start off with Moxley. Moxley is conflicted. He's very conflicted. He is conflicted between what Eddie Kingston said and also the code of the BCC. You saw it in this match. Like, he was still him, but he was still conflicted. Like, it's some confliction, and you can tell by the in-ring. Like, he is, you know, he's still attached to Eddie Kingston while also living in the code of BCC. So keep that in mind, that Moxley is conflicted because it's going to play a big part between him and Eddie Kingston. Okay, it's going to play a major part in Eddie Kingston. I don't know how they're going to do it, but just keep in mind that Moxley is conflicted between Eddie Kingston and BCC, and it's showing. Also, I want to get on to Hangman. Hangman is dangerous. The way he took out Yuta, he's been on a dangerous streak right now. Like, if you've been paying attention to his in-ring, he has been ruthless. He hasn't hesitated. He didn't hesitate not one bit choking Yuta the way he did. Hangman always hesitates because he's always the bigger man. He hasn't been the bigger man as of lately. Keep on the lookout for Hangman. I don't want to say he might turn heel, but this is not the same Hangman we've always seen. He's always been about pride, dignity, integrity. You know, he's always been about that. But Blood and Guts brought out a dangerous side to him. And you saw it in this match. So look out for Hangman's character, because that was some in-ring too. He's dangerous right now.
You know, Keeks, you could say that the evolution of the Hangman Page character might be the most consistent through line of AEW since the beginning of the company.
Yes. Yes.
Like he was little bro. Guaranteed he wanted to be the first AEW champion right there out there at the press conference. Got interrupted by Pac, got sidetracked, went into the whole thing with, you know what I'm saying, like the tag team. Oh, we not even cool no more. Me and the Elite drinking.
Put up lyrics.
It's the whole thing is him. The
Put
whole
up
thing is
lyric comment.
Hangman.
You right too. Put up her comment. Look at him.
Boom.
Look at him, y'all.
Yeah, right.
Look at him. Look who he looking at. I'm telling. Look at Hangman.
That's funny.
Hangman, I feel like Hangman is looking like, was it worth it? Between the relationship he had with Dark Order and Elite. That's like, he took out Dark Order's frustrations on Yuta. Look out for Hangman. I'm trying to tell y'all. Now, next up, Sue. Cinnabon Guy. Y'all know who he is. Cinnabon Guy left with Don Callis during the match. Takashita and Pac had the same agenda. They just wanted to beat up Kenny. But Don saw, he read the room and just like, get out, because this is not really our fight. This is BCC's fight. Just beat up Kenny a little bit. Pac did the same thing. He just wanted Kenny. I don't give a fuck about this clique. I just want Kenny. Both of them want Kenny. That's all that was. So if y'all was getting mad, I'm just like, y'all gotta remember, them ain't his boys. His boys is Lucha Brothers. That triangle's his boys. Them his real boys. Which we'll get into that. Yeah. We'll get into it later. But yeah, them his boys. He looked around like, y'all ain't even my niggas. Y'all not my niggas. I just came for him.
That's for sure what it was. Yeah, we had all their partners, and they had a bunch of B Squad dudes. Not saying they B Squad dudes, but you know, like you said, they not their partners.
Yeah, he looked at Don, well, not Don, but Claudio, like, you is not my nigga. What is you telling me? What is? I don't like you. I just came to beat him. Why is you talking to me? That's all that was. And that shouldn't even been discourse. Like, that's some normal shit. Like, I'm leaving because you getting on my nerves. I don't like you. Okay?
That was fine. Because Pat kept getting into it with Claudio.
Exactly. Which I'll get into.
Into.
But the Young Bucks was taunting Dark Order in a lot of ways. I know y'all don't want to see that, like, rivalry or whatever, but they was taunting the fuck out of the Dark Order. They was messing with them. They I believe Matt Jackson was doing what's the short one?
John Silver.
Yes, he was doing his shit. So it's something there. Like, they was having, first of all, they was reminding y'all why they are in that conversation of the greatest tag team, and also taunting the fuck out of Dark Order. Like, that was going on.
You see how they had the purple on?
Mm-hmm.
They all had the purple on.
Yeah.
Bucks and Hangman. The funny part, like, I didn't see the Bucks like make that. Like, I didn't see the entrances for this match. So when I seen Hangman with the purple, I'm like, oh, he got the, you know, like, still giving it up to the Dark Order and stuff. And then I seen they fit, and I was like, are they sending shots?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
Lyric says, after Death Before Dishonor, she's more open to the Hung Bucks versus Dark Order because they went crazy on Friday.
Oh yeah,
which we'll get there too.
For sure. We definitely gonna get there. Now, we're gonna get on Ibushi. Happy to see him. Glad that he's okay. Glad that he's safe. Glad he's happy. In a happier state. You can tell he falling back on tax and shit. You know what I'm saying? He was just happy to be here. He go, get off my man. I know that's right. That's all he was about, punching niggas. I saw y'all beating up on my man, but I'm here now, so I'm gonna beat y'all ass for putting your hands on him. Shout out to Abushi. He was just knocking niggas out. I like that. And y'all gotta understand, I know people was expecting more. I'm like, y'all, he ain't wrestled in like, he was out like 2 years, like almost 2 years, a year and a half, 2 years. He had a lot of shit going on. So, he was a little rusty, but he gonna get there. It ain't gonna, he gonna get there. Be patient, y'all. Have some consideration. Jesus. That's all we ask. Yuta, the sacrifice. Always the sacrifice. I know Jon Moxley tried to save him, but Jon Moxley gave up, okay? He gave up. So of course, Yuta is always Yuta. Like I've been saying for weeks, it is always fucking Yuta. Always Yuta. He gonna wake up one day. And it's getting there. Last but not least, though, this is who I really want to talk about because nobody has been paying attention. I finally started paying attention to what Eddie Kingston said. And Eddie Kingston said this shit for a reason. Claudio is the real fucking villain. Okay? It's Claudio. Claudio is playing mind games in sneaky ass ways. Okay? Claudio is like a fucking Gemini. Okay? It's Claudio. Claudio instigated with Pac. If you rewind the time when Yuta was kind of getting fed up with Bryan Danielson, who put that shit in his ear? And who was right there when he did it? When Eddie Kingston confronted Moxley the first time, pay attention to how Claudio was looking. He had a smirk. It's Claudio. Claudio could have saved Yuta. He didn't. He watched. Keep your eyes on Claudio. It's fucking Claudio. Claudio is the villain. Eddie Kingston may be right about Claudio. He's a sneaky bastard, as Eddie Kingston called him. He's sneaky, okay? Pay attention to Claudio. Claudio is sneaky. He's the real villain in all of this. It's some truth to what Eddie Kingston has been saying. So pay attention Wednesday in the match because it's fucking Claudio, okay? Claudio is the real villain here. Pac can't get it to it with him for no reason. Pay attention, y'all. It's Claudio. Eddie Kingston ain't just picking on him for no reason. It's a reason. He's sneaky, but he has been sneaky in this faction, okay? He's been sneaky. He's been placing shit. He watched Yuta get crucified. He wasn't handcuffed. He was lying on the ground, but he was looking. He saw everything. He's plotting. You know what's going to happen probably? Yuta's going to probably blame Moxley. And Claudio's just going to sit there and let it happen. So, yes, I wanted to dissect those for y'all if y'all missed it. If y'all got to go back and watch, go back and watch. But that's what I picked up from the in-ring shit. And y'all know I love in-ring storytelling. So that's the things that I picked up from Blood and Guts, okay? Those are the main things. So now we're going to get on Collision. We're going to get on Collision on some things that happen on Collision that maybe need to be dissected a little bit. So on Collision, of course, Ricky Starks was in his bag. This is the Ricky Starks we wanted. What we've been looking for. This is what he needed. He came out pyro, more pyro, spent the budget on pyro, more pyro. Tony probably paid so many bands for the pyro, just pyro everywhere. He deserved it.
I got like, I don't know. I got like a OCD, ADHD. Anyways, I don't know, but I'm a weird nigga. So I saw the pyro. I counted 49 seconds.
49 seconds is just straight pyro.
For what? Pyro. Because we can.
For it. Can I have a lot of pyro? And Tony Khan was like, you know what? Yeah, go ahead. But it's just like his OG Cody, which is kind of, I'm like, oh, Jesus, God, please get off his tip. But yeah, so pyro, pyro, pyro. Now, I want to, this rivalry right here it works. We saw a little glimpse of old CM Punk. CM Punk cannot be a babyface for long. He's like an anti-hero. And Ricky Starks kind of said some shit that triggered him. And CM Punk sounded a little heelish. And I thought he was going to take it there. I thought he was going to say what I thought he was going to say, but he probably saving it. He probably saving the comparison because I really thought he was going to take it there. But he didn't take it there. But I know Phil's going to take it there.
Yeah. I think he didn't take it there because Ricky had already kind of addressed it at the beginning of his promo when he was like, I know I be hearing y'all, I be seeing all the comparisons. I know y'all be saying I should be a pillar, I should be this, I should be that. I be, like he had already kind of put it out there. So it's like now, like if you seen like 8 Mile, like if I done already put out the diss that everybody say, you kind of can't use it now.
No. You know how Phil be. He kind of he probably said it out there, but nah, he ain't say the real things.
Oh yeah, nah, he ain't say it.
Yeah, he ain't say the real shit. And I know he gonna end up saying the real shit. That's gonna be like, damn.
Last time I cut my hair like this, I beat a guy's ass that looked just like you.
Man, I'm telling you, he it's like he wanted to say it, but he didn't say it. But he gonna say it. Don't get mad if CM Punk kind of win the versus battle, okay? Because if it's one thing I can give him credit for is the comebacks. He gonna say some shit. So if you a Ricky Starks fan, just prepare yourself. Cause he gonna say some shit that everybody been saying, and it's gonna make y'all mad. And then y'all gonna have to defend the timeline and shit like that. And I hate that for y'all. Just so he wanted this verse. If this is gonna help him get better, he gotta roll with the big dogs on this one, okay? So just be prepared when Phil take it there, because he's gonna take it there. We know he's gonna take it there. But this rivalry is good, especially for Ricky Starks. We seen like the booking, the hiccups, and things like that. But this is definitely picking up his momentum back to where it needs to be, and this is good for him. Collision is really good for him. It's working for him. So yeah, I like this. I like this rivalry between CM Punk and Ricky Starks. At first, I was just like, but it's starting to pick up. So this is good for him. This is what he needs. So, also in a Collision, Christian, play the clip, Graham.
You got it.
And carries around a champion. What kind of man carries around a championship he didn't win?
It's the fan yelling "you." That's so funny. Play it one more time so they can hear it.
What kind of man carries around a championship he didn't win?
Christian asking the important questions.
While holding the TNT championship. Luchasaurus won, but he carrying it around. It is so funny. But shout out to Christian. Christian is the rightful OG. I saw people was like, why are they setting up matches? And I'm like, y'all asked for the Attitude Era bag. Then that's what y'all said. Y'all wanted the Attitude Era bag. Now I don't want the Attitude Era bag. Y'all don't want the Attitude Era bag. And then of course Darby Allin showed up after Christian. Darby Allin, he's not the best promo person in the world. He's one of those, like, he just talks, but he still gets over it because it's just like Darby just talks. It's like he having a normal conversation, and I can tell it kind of bothers him that Ricky Starks be saying that, because I knew from the jump, because Darby always said he really kind of didn't consider himself as one, but he's an over babyface for AEW, so that's why they consider him one. But Darby Allin never dim your light to make somebody else feel comfortable. Don't do that no more. Never dim your light. You never dim your light to make no motherfucker comfortable. Okay? Just because somebody don't like that you are considered a pillar don't mean dim your motherfucking light because of that, okay? With love comes hate. So Darby Allin, you earned the right to be called a pillar because you were. You were one of the fastest, youngest baby faces in AEW, young stars at that. So this is a lesson to anybody in the chat, y'all. Never dim your light to make another motherfucker feel comfortable. Because that's what they want. Okay? Never do that shit. Darby, don't do it. Don't do that no more. Ricky will be all right. Don't do that no more. So then that happened. So also I want to get on to Bullet Club Gold. Okay. I want to get on to Bullet Club Gold. This is probably the best, one of the best versions of Bullet Club that we've seen in a while. Okay. Shout out to Action Andrade and also Darius Martin. They look really well as a pair. I wouldn't mind when Dante come back, they be a trio because it works. But I want to get on Jay White. Jay White and Juice Robinson, they have done an amazing job since they've been on Collision. Collision works for them. They're really good. Jay White, you know, he looks happy. He looks comfortable. He's in an environment that works for him. I'm sorry that you had to be an Impact while you was in New Japan. We apologize for that. I'm so glad that you found the light and that you are in Collision. Shout out to the Bang Bang Gang. And the Austin boys, they work. They are perfect in the Bullet Club Gold. They are winning people over. Bullet Club Gold is over. And we're going to see great things from them. So shout out to Jay White. And I call him the king of Collision. So, you know, Jay White is the king of Collision to me right now. So shout out to the Bullet Club Gold. I'm interested to see them because I know they'll be an all-in, but I'm just so interested to see how they will be an all-in. Maybe we'll get some sort of civil war between the Bullet Club in New Japan and the Bullet Club here. You never know. You never know. I mean, because what's the name been talking shit a little bit and stuff.
David Finley?
Huh?
Talking about David Finley?
Mm-hmm. David Finley been talking a little shit a little bit, so I don't know. Maybe that's what's going to happen. We never know about it. We got 4 weeks, so hey, probably not though because of G1 tournament. But we're interested to see how they'll be part of All In because I know Jay White will be in there somehow. He has to be. It makes sense. Also, moving on now, House of Black. House of Black. I don't know. Well, we did see Roosh get signed today. So maybe this will help. Oh, G1. Lyric said G1 ends right before. Thank you, Lyric. So G1 does end. So maybe we will probably see the Civil War. Thank you. Make sure y'all follow her because I've been keeping up with the G1 because of her. Like I don't be having time to look at it. So she live tweets it. So make sure y'all follow her because she live tweets it. And she also has a show based on Stardom and Joshi wrestling. Black women doing Joshi wrestling again. Shout out to Women's Wrestle Talk. So yes, make sure y'all tune into that. But I want to say, House of Black, it's time to turn it up, okay? We don't want y'all to lose momentum. We want y'all to turn it up, okay? It's time to turn up now. It's unfortunate for Buddy Matthews because of the shit between Rhea and Dom. That shit it can be distracting. It's wrestling fans. We you know what I'm saying, they childish. You know how it is, so. Unfortunately, that's with the game. So just don't let it distract you. And, just go out there and do what you do best. You kicking the shit or punching the shit out of Max Caster because we know Max Caster was about to say it. But you punch the shit out of him that was funny. That was funny as fuck. Okay. But yeah, House of Black, turn it up a little bit. Just turn it up a notch. Like, it's time to turn up. If y'all gonna be on Collision because y'all didn't want to get lost in the shuffle at Dynamite, it's time to turn it up, okay? So, Also, let's get into Billy Gunn. Billy Gunn has officially retired from wrestling. Nobody kind of really saw it coming except the people, his loved ones, of course, his sons and stuff like that. I know they're going to use this for something too, but he has called it quits. Billy Gunn has been in wrestling for 30 years. He was my icon of the year last year on my AEW awards. Gave us 30 years. He is responsible for the Suck It chants. He is responsible for the Scissor Me Daddy ass. So he is very essential to this business. Without, he's a butterfly effect, because without him, who the fuck will be saying suck it? Nobody. You know what I'm saying? So he's responsible for that. He's a Hall of Famer, and he helps with the I heard they put him back helping with the women's division. Good thing. Shout out to Billy Gunn, 30 years. He put the boots up. He called it quits. He still looks good, still looks amazing. Some people know when to call it quits, and some people are still holding on to it. I guess he didn't want to do a retirement run like Dustin Rose. I guess that's what he's doing. But he's throwing in the towel. So thank you for the 30 years that you contribute to wrestling. We know when people say they retire, we know it's like rappers, y'all retire, but maybe he's retired for real. Like, I'm sick of this shit. I'm too old for this shit. And I can't do it no more. So, cause I know when my go call it quits, check on me. Cause I'm gonna be on the floor. I'm not ready for it. He kind of been talking about it on his podcast, and I'm like, I cut it off every time. I'm like, don't, please don't. Not right now. I don't want to hear this shit. So, we have to accept, appreciate our legends, because they, one by one, they retiring. Like, we're seeing them age. Like, we're to the point John Cena is aging. Brock Lesnar is aging. Like, these people are aging. Like, we're growing up. We're adults. They are getting older and shit like that. They aging out here. So appreciate them. You know what I'm saying? Because
they're getting old.
They getting old. They can't do this no more. Like, they can't keep doing this.
You see the side by side with Batista and Moneybag Yo? They said them niggas look alike now.
Oh,
and I can see it. All right, I'm done.
Damn. So they trying to say Batista look like the Michael Myers mask now, because they were saying Moneybag look like him for, well, I guess because his hair, but now he grew it out. Yeah. So again, shout out to Billy Gunn. You deserve your roses, your praise. So after that, of course, so we'll get into the main event. Christian Cage. Now, you could tell Ricky Starks probably practiced with Christian Cage. You saw it. I could tell that he did. This was like his speed was different. The moves was crisp, was clean, and he did one Christian move because Jungle Boy did the same move on Wednesday. Like, you could tell he is working with Christian. Christian Cage is a great OG. It's perfect. Even if you're not in a faction with Christian Cage, but working with Christian Cage as far as in ring, like if you're working with him, it's great. Get away from Cody. Christian Cage is your rightful OG. I thank you. Thank you, Christian. If you're working with Christian, this works, okay? You can say, like, I saw a whole difference in Ricky Starks in-ring wise. This was different. I like this. Thank you, Christian Cage. Christian Cage is the rightful OG. He was taking all the bumps. You saw Christian taking all the fucking bumps. The placement, he still got it. It's a little slower, but it's with age. It happens, but he moves better than that other one. We ain't gonna say his name. But he was taking all the bumps and doing his heelish shit. So shout out to Christian Cage, the rightful OG. CM Punk even did really good in this match. CM Punk, at first it was starting off a little bit slow, but he started to gain momentum. So he's starting to get better as well, getting a little bit more athletic. I'm not going to say it's the old him because it's his age. And of course, he was injured and he still wrestles a little bit with a little hesitation because he doesn't want to injure himself again. But as he gets comfortable, you can kind of see that the old CM Punk a little bit is reoccurring in ring wise. So this was better. Like it's getting better each week. Last week it was slow. This week it picked up. So tag teams, keep him in the tag team. That's probably what he's doing. Is staying like in the tag team for a little bit to pick up his in ring,
get his wind up and all that.
Yeah, getting his wind back. So keep doing that until like he know what he's doing. He's smart. He's a smart man.
Because this is the same thing that we that's kind of happening with CM Punk that we was talking about with Adam Cole. Like when he first came back, like they was kind of doing the tag matches, kind of putting him in different because that match that he had with Chris Jericho just wasn't right. And so them putting him in this tag team with MJF for this blind eliminator tournament has kind of gotten him back on track. So the same kind of idea with CM Punk, I can kind of see that because that the match that he had at Forbidden Door was cool, but it was just like you not really doing nothing.
Yeah, he was definitely scared. You could tell he was like I said on the last one when he did the review, he was wrestling like, I trust you, I just don't trust myself. Like I'm scared, I don't want to injure myself. Like he was in his head. And
let me ask you this, because last week when we was talking about the Ricky Starks and the CM Punk, the singles match, you were saying that you thought that if Ricky Starks is kind of taking a little bit out of the page of the CM Punk book, then that's a little bit better than the Cody book, right? This week we get an extra layer with Christian Cage and Ricky Starks kind of forming a friendship or some type of alliance or whatever, even if it was just for this moment. But do you think that Ricky would do better following the guidance of CM Punk here or the guidance of Christian here, or maybe like a combination of both?
It's a combination of both. CM Punk is he's going to bring the best out of Ricky Starks as far as like
character-wise.
Character-wise, and Christian is bringing out the in-ring wise, like because I'm pretty sure they see Ricky Starks' frustration and they're just like, if you do this and this and this, we will get you there. We want you there because Ricky Starks is the future of the company. People. Him or possibly Swerve can be the first Black AEW world champion. And I'm leaning more towards it may be Ricky Starks because it will make sense to have him because he was there before Swerve. But that's probably why they want Ricky Starks to be where he needs to be. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's going to get there. So being paired up with these two, it makes sense and it works. Because I ain't going to say be with CM Punk as far as the in-ring because CM Punk is trying to get his own damn win back.
Right.
But when him paired up with Christian, it works. It really, really works. So,
and not for nothing, Christian and his character work ain't nothing to, to be tripping on, like, because he can do that shit too. Like, you really don't need CM Punk. Like, you can just kick it with Christian, but it adds a little bit of an extra edge and a little bit extra sparkle to whatever they're trying to build with Ricky. I'm with it.
Right, and when I look at tag team matches, especially when they're paired up with a vet, I always pay attention to how they look at them in ring. Like Christian does it, Chris Jericho does it, Sting does it. Like most of them do it, and Christian was he was very observant of Ricky Starks. Like he was just looking like how he did with Jungle Boy. He was looking at him like taking note, like a mental note. Like okay, he needs to work on these. He needs to do this. He needs to do this. Okay, he doing like he wasn't looking at him like hurry up and tag me. He was looking at him like paying attention to him. Like he was paying attention to how he moving and stuff like that, like a teacher.
Yeah.
Because Chris Jericho does it too when he was paired up with Sammy or when he was paired up with Daniel Garcia. He always does that. Like he pays attention to him to see what's going on, to see what they need to work on and things like that. That's why sometimes he's on commentary too, Chris Jericho, especially with his certain people, to pay attention to how they are in ring wise. He probably can't tell them what to do creative wise because that can be hot or cold. But as far as in ring, because we know Jericho in his prime, he was all around great wrestler. He was adaptable, like how Bryan Danielson was. So he knows, even though at his age, he probably knows like, hey, you need to tuck more, or hey, you need to when you do this, extend your arm a little bit, like just different shit like that. So I was paying attention to Christian, and I was like, he gotta be working with Christian because how Christian is looking at him. Christian wasn't looking at him like that's my partner and stuff like that. He was looking at him like,
I'm evaluating you, nigga.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's how he was looking at him, like, I'm watching you. Because CM Punk didn't have to do that with Darby Allin, but you could tell Christian was doing that for Ricky Starks. So I just pay attention to little shit like that. Let me move on. So we're going to get into Rampage. Now, I'm going to skim through Rampage just a little bit, but I'm going to take note on what happened at the Rampage Royal, and that was for our Al. Now, y'all know that Darby Allin ended up winning the Rumble match at Rampage, but I know people were complaining about that and saying it should have been somebody else, but y'all have to understand that Darby Allin's adds prestige to the TNT title. He's done it twice. So the network is trusting Darby Allin to add prestige to this belt because the network is part of who gets this belt because it represents the network. So, I know y'all wanted probably Swerve to win, and I know that Swerve will eventually get his time. But for right now, it's about putting the prestige back to the TNT Championship, because we know the booking of the TNT Championship has been cursed. But it wasn't when Darby won it against Samoa Joe. When he won it with Samoa Joe, he added the prestige back, and then he lost it, and then it's just back like, y'all don't know what y'all doing. So that's why they made the decision to give it back to Darby Allin because, Darby Allin is a great transitional. He doesn't want the title for a long time. He just wants to be transitional to add the prestige back to the belt. So then possibly when Swerve wins it, it can mean something. You want the title to mean something when a person loses or wins, okay? Mm-hmm. So that's what this is about, is to make the TNT title mean something. Because
even if Darby doesn't win, like he doesn't even have to win, like, but they just need the players in the title picture to make it more important.
Exactly.
Make it feel like it's appointment television, to make it feel like this title is, like you said, bringing that prestige back to it. Like that's what this is all about. I don't think this is about whether Darby wins the title or not. Like him being a 3-4 time TNT champion, I don't think that's what they're trying to do here. Like whether he wins the match or becomes the champion or not, that I don't think that's the overall picture of what they're trying to do. They're trying to bring that title back to prominence because it has to be a cornerstone for Collision because they don't have the world title over there.
Exactly. Definitely. And then we also got to keep in mind that Sting is retiring this year, but he says Darby plays a key role in it. So we don't know how they're going to do this. It may have something to do with the title. So we don't know how they're going to do this. Maybe that plays a part into Sting calling it quits because he said this is his last year. Well, he keeps saying it's not now, but I feel like it is, okay? Maybe the Wire probably like, you know what? I'm sick of this because you're scaring me. You're scaring me. You're scaring the grandkids. It's time for you to call it quits, okay? You're scaring everybody. So we just got to keep that in mind. So it's I know y'all wanted somebody else to win, but y'all be staying there. And then when the TNT nobody, it is how it is, what it is right now, then the complaints come. So let Darby add the importance to it again. Let him work. Let the chef cook. Let the steak cook, and it will get there, okay? Y'all will get what y'all want in the end. We just have to add the importance back to it, okay? So be patient. God damn. Okay, so I'm not going to get all into the rest of Rampage. The rest of Rampage, it was okay? Except the women business, which I will get into. So now I'm going to get into ROH, Death Before Dishonor. I'm not going to get into the entire card. I'm just going to get into the things that play into what's leading into Dynamite, what's leading into Collision, and what's possibly leading into our end at what that happened at ROH. We know at ROH it was Gravity versus Commander. Gravity ended up taking the first win. That, you know, it's a lot of people first time seeing Gravity. Gravity is a great wrestler. He's been out there, Lucha Libre, things like that. That's his mask. His shit is so cool. It's like an astronaut type shit. Because his name is Gravity. Makes sense. Like space. So Gravity takes the win. And they end up booking Pac versus Gravity, okay? Now, if you don't know the backstory with Pac versus Gravity, Gravity is the man that forgot about Pac. As Pac used to always say, the man that Gravity forgot. And we're going to get more into it because it was some things that continue on in ROH between these two. So that's the backstory between Pac and Gravity. It's going to be good, okay? And I have a feeling that Tony is signing Gravity for some reason. So adding on to the AE Lucha roster, AE Lucha. So shout out to Gravity. Also, Samoa Joe, he still retains the ROH TV championship. Stokely is a part of him. Stokely helped him win. Shout out to Dalton Castle. I really like him. Great wrestler. He held his own, but unfortunately he took a loss. I really thought that Samoa Joe was going to drop the title, but then we are part of the writer's block and things like that, so they got to get their coins. So he retains the ROH TV championship. So
TVT.
I said, I don't know where I got TVT.
TVT.
I have
said from the window to the wall, put a hook in your back and shake it. I'm just playing.
Yeah, I don't know where they came from. Okay, so moving on, ROH Tag Team Championship. It was Lucha Brothers versus Aussie Open versus Best Friends versus The Kingdom. Great tag match. Aussie Open ends up winning the ROH Tag Team titles. I knew it was going to be out of them or Best Friends, but they made the right call with Aussie Open. Aussie Open, they did an interview where they admit that New Japan kind of lost them in the shuffle, and they was just ready for a new start, a new beginning. So grateful win. Aussie, oi, oi, oi. So shout out to them. Now, it was some things that happened in this match now. Best Friends and Lucha Brothers was beefing hard. Like, they was beefing too hard during this match. Like, they was out. Trent and Penta wanted to throw down. Like, they was outside in the ring about to tussle up. Shout out to Penta with the mask, though. That shit was fire. Like, he loved to call everybody broke. Like, he called everybody broke. All y'all broke. Penta be like, y'all broke as hell. Y'all broke as fuck. Okay. But yeah, it was some beef going on. They was about to fight. Trent and Penta was about to fight. It was some beef going on. And it looks like Lucha Brothers might be turning a little bit of heel too, because they was on some heel shit when it came to the Best Friends. Like, bitch, we don't like y'all, okay? Get away from me, ho. That's the vibe I was getting from Lucha Brothers. So it was some shit going down between Lucha Brothers and Best Friends. And Trent will get aggressive if it needs be, okay? So then also, I want to talk about Dark Order. Dark Order was on some killer shit. They was on some dangerous shit on this match. I didn't even put down the opponents that they had. I can't even off the top of my head right now. But they was on some gangster shit. Like, they crucified the man.
It was the righteous.
Yes, the righteous. The righteous. Look at them. Look what they doing. This is the shit Brody Lee always wanted from y'all. Right here. This is what he wanted. I know he proud. God rest his soul. I know Brody Lee proud because that's what he wanted out of y'all. He wanted that. This is what that's why he used to slap y'all ass around, because that's what he needed. This is what he wanted from y'all right here. So the spirit of Brody Lee is in Dark Order right now. That's it. So they on some dangerous shit. They sending a message to Hangman. They hang him. They hang him. So they said that's gonna be you, Hangman. Also on ROH, We're gonna get into the match. It was oh, I also want to point out Daniel Garcia is the future too. Daniel Garcia did a great match between him and Shibata. He was entertaining doing that dance. I'm still trying to get used to it. Great match between the two. Great match. Daniel Garcia is showing that he can hang in ring. He's very technical. He's getting really, really technical. He is the future. What is that mouse? Is that my mouse? Oh, that's your mouse. My bad. But yeah, getting very good. So another future of wrestling, Daniel Garcia did amazing. Also, I want to get on to Claudio versus Pac, another great match on the card. Claudio was doing some heelish shit. They was beating each other's ass. Pac don't like him. Pac really don't like him. You can tell. I don't fucking like you. I don't like you. Pac came in short. End up losing the title. Claudio retains. And then Yuta came out. Of course, Yuta helped. And then they end up beating up Pac. And then his boys, Lucha Brothers, came out. Pitts came out looking at Claudio like, what you want to do? Because I'll beat your ass too. I'll beat your ass too. And like I said, that's his rightful homies. Like, y'all not my niggas. These my niggas. They came out, but then Best Friends came out. Best Friends was like, we still want our round with the Lucha Brothers. And then Orange Cassidy came out. Now, mind you, Orange Cassidy got the title from Pac. It's something about Pac that sets off Orange Cassidy. Like, Orange Cassidy really do not like this man. Like, he do not fuck with Pac at all. Like, right. Pac brings out a different side of Orange Cassidy. Like, Orange Cassidy didn't even come out on no goofy shit. Orange Cassidy came out on some, if you hit my niggas, I'm gonna hit your ass too. Because I don't even like you. A lot of shit went down. It was beef everywhere. It was beef left to right. Just straight up beef. Now I'm going to get into women business time. Play the clip.
This is what you need to do. You need to stay out of women business.
Women business. Been the topic of conversation all last week. The topic of conversation, okay? So, we're going to get into some things with women business, okay? I'm going to prove some points, okay? I'm going to talk my shit, okay? And this is to protect and defend AEW Women's Division because I do not play about no motherfucking women business, okay? Especially to you musty dudes that been saying stuff. All right, so we're going to get into Dynamite, blood and guts. Britt Baker. Last week, I said I wanted to see improvement. Everybody did. Everybody was like, she got to get it together in ring. She's going to get lost in the shuffle as far as in ring wise, okay? We saw better this week. She went against a local talent. Her name is Kayla Sparks. She showed improvement in this match. How she wrestled in this match, even though it was a squash match, and people mess up squash matches all the time, especially women. You know, sometimes it could go day or night. She showed that she can hang, and she's trying to get there. So we want to see more of this Britt Baker from here on out. Like I said last week, if you're going to be the face of the division, you got to come with it in ring, and she improved this time. The moves was cleaner, and she was quick. She was faster. It was crisp. It's getting there, okay? It was getting there. So Britt Baker, if you're listening, great job on Dynamite. You did really, really good. We want to see more of this and more. We want to see this and more. This is only the beginning. Okay, we're not going to get comfortable. We're not going to get complacent. This is only the beginning. This is a great start, okay? Because you're showing that you don't want her even booked, like being booked for Wednesday. It's showing that she does care in ring wise. She does care. We can tell she does care. So she wants to get there. Get there. Okay, it's no excuses this time because you're the face. It's no excuses. So get there. If you want to keep doing squash matches to get better, go ahead and do that. Okay, do what you need to do. We got your bag. Okay, we got your back here at Women Bidness. I give my criticism, but it's all love, okay? Because I want to see better. That's all I'm about. Now, I want to get into Collision. Taya Valkyrie. Cole, okay? Taya Valkyrie is not playing. Taya Valkyrie has brought out the best in these girls since she got into AEW. Okay, she brought the best out in Sky Blue. Sky Blue, of course, she came up with the loss, but Taya Valkyrie looked amazing. She did amazing. Like, she is bringing out the beast. Like, she is bringing it out. Like, she like, come on. Like, Taya been in Mexico wrestling. She wrestled Fabi, okay? So she's tough, okay? She can hang with it. So she's bringing that out of the girls. I said weeks prior when she first got signed, that AEW division needed a Natalia in the locker room. We have that with Taya. We have that with Taya Valkyrie. She's the auntie back there. So she's bringing out the best of the girls. She's doing a great job. So Taya, after the match, she called out Britt Baker. This is perfect. It's perfect. Taya is what Britt Baker needs. She's going to bring out the best into Britt Baker. She's going to help Britt Baker. That's what you need. I saw the discourse and I didn't like it, saying that this who asked for this. Y'all, if y'all are into women division, if you want better, this is what Britt Baker needs. If she's going to be the face of the AEW women's division, this is a great pair-up. Taya brought the best match for Jade Cargill. She's going to bring the best out of Britt Baker and where Britt Baker needs to be. She is a pro wrestler. She is great at this. She is great at leading, and that's what she's been doing. She's a great coach. She's been in year like almost, I want to say almost 15, probably to 17 years in the game. Taya Valkyrie is what's needed, and she's doing an amazing job. So her calling out Britt Baker is good because this is what Britt Baker needs. And I feel like Taya is going to end up being part of the Outcasts because Outcast needs a muscle. They don't have a muscle. Taya Valkyrie can be that muscle in that faction. So I feel like this is what this is leading to. It's a new direction from the Jamie injury. They need a new direction. So I feel like Taya may be added on to the Outcast as the muscle, but also continuing being a veteran to bring out the best in these girls. So this is perfect for Britt Baker. So it's going to be, I'm not going to say it's going to be the top tier match, but I feel like this will probably be a great Britt Baker match that we've seen in a while since Thunder Rosa, okay? So keep that in mind. So shout out to Taya Valkyrie though, and shout out to Sky Blue because Sky Blue is definitely the future of the women's division at AEW. Also, I want to get into Rampage. Now, if you didn't watch Rampage because you was watching ROH, it's cool because I watched it and I rewatched it. And I want to talk about Chris Statlander because I saw the scores. It must be two Chris Statlanders y'all talking about because it can't be this one. It can't be. Now, if you're not, and y'all want to talk about storytelling, Chris Statlander is a workhorse, right? But if you pay attention to each match, each victory, her confidence is showing, and she's showing that she's becoming more than a woman, literally. Like, she's becoming a monster each match. Like, it's like on some feed me shit. Each win, I'm eating. You know what I'm saying? I'm becoming a beast. I'm becoming something that I probably can't control. Because she's getting brutal. And she gave Marina Shafir her best match I've seen. I've never seen Marina kept up. And she did a great job against Chris Statlander. She brought out the best. She gave Marina her best match. And she was the main event, okay, of Rampage. And, you know, being that the women be having the main event at Rampages, it gets stale. But Chris Statlander manages to have the crowd into it still. I thought I heard somebody say that she losing momentum. Where? It must be two. Must be two. Y'all can't be talking about this one. Y'all might be talking about 2019 Chris Statlander, but y'all ain't talking about 2023. Can't be. Talking at your motherfucking ass when it comes to Chris Statlander. What Lyric said, Moxley has been working with Marina. Marina cares, and she wants to get there. That's why I never I don't slander her, because I could tell she cares, and she hasn't given up. Like, she's still, I want to wrestle, I want to be a wrestler, I want to be the best, and she's trying. And Chris gave her best match. So how she wrestled on Rampage, Marina, we want to see more of that. We want to see more of that. So if you didn't watch Rampage, I suggest that you watch it and see what I'm talking about. But we want to see more of that, Marina. Great job. You did an amazing job. Great job. We want to see this from here on out, okay? Chris Statlander, she eating these girls up. Eating these girls up. Like, she put Marina in the body bag. Like, look how she looking after the victory. Like, look at her. She's showing like she's more than a woman. She's becoming a beast. She's becoming hungry. Her confidence is getting there. Like, it's looking like she's going to get to the point where she's becoming out of control, becoming a monster. That's what it's leading to be. And shout out to the tights. You know it's real when it moves in the tights. I ain't trying to be thirsty, but you know what I'm saying? Chris the Stallion, okay? Chris the motherfucking Stallion. So that's our TBS champion. And the reason why she was on TBS, because people was trying to say that it was on some racist shit because Jay was not on TNT as much as Chris has been. So they're like, you know what, Chris, can you do Rampage so they can shut the fuck up? So now Chris has been on Collision, Rampage, and Dynamite. What you got to say? What you got to say, okay? Period. Okay, so moving on to ROH. History was made in ROH. We had 2 black women main event a pay-per-view. 2 women main event a pay-per-view. It was history in the making. It was Amber. I'm probably talking about Amber. Shit. Athena. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to call you a WWE name. Athena versus Willow Nightingale. Round 3 for the ROH. Well, not round 3 for the ROH, but it's been round 3 for them fighting. But round 3, and it was for the ROH Women's Championship. Now, I was surprised by the outcome because I thought maybe Athena was going to go back to the AEW main card, but she retains, and Willow took the L or whatever. But this was probably the best match, women's match of this year, in my opinion. Their dynamic, their
chemistry.
Yes. Amazing. Like, you can tell, like, and the tributes and the homages that they did in this match to all the women that were in ROH throughout the years and had matches throughout the years, it was beautiful. They paid homages to all the women that has been part of ROH. It was brutal. The crowd was into it. They main event. Tony did the right call, having them main event the match. The crowd was into it. It was no bathroom breaks. They did a great, great job. I suggest everybody to look at this match right here. And this match solidifies why Athena has been the best women's champion of 2023, okay? She should not be lower than the top 5, but she has been up there. She is, in my opinion, the best women's champion of 2023. That's just my opinion. It can be argumentative, but as of 2023, it is definitely Athena. I know people won't say that because it's ROH, but the facts are the facts, okay? On her press conference after the match, she did hint it, and she did say that she wants to add a sister to her belt. So I don't know if she's going to be coming for the TBS Championship, the AEW Women's Championship, or possibly the New Japan Women's Championship, because you know what I'm saying? People been watching Athena now. They've been wanting to wrestle Athena too. So Athena's like, she may want to be double champion. It could possibly happen. You never know how it's gonna go. So, you know, she's saying that she wants to add a sister to her title. So maybe we can still see Athena in the main card. We'll see it play out. But the ladies over there at Stardom kind of been eyeing Athena now. They kind of been eyeing her. So, but ROH Women Business main event, it was beautiful. Beautiful thing to see. You know, Athena being for Dallas, you represent Dallas correctly. You know what I'm saying? Great match between the two. Please rewatch it, especially if you care about women's wrestling. Like, they showed their athleticism, they showed their limits, they showed their adrenaline, they did some in-ring storytelling, they did homages, they did risky moves. You saw strong style, you saw high flying, you saw everything in this match. Like, they gave their all to this match. It deserves the same type of hype as the Bianca and Sasha match at WrestleMania. It's the same thing. Like, it deserves the same thing as Mercedes versus Willow for the New Japan Championship. Like, please, you know what I'm saying? We're at a time, like Lyric has said before, we're at a time where Black women been running women's division in America for the past 8 to 9 years. They have. So it's time to put some respect on these Black women that's at these wrestling promotions. Shout out to Jade Cargill. Shout out to Bianca Belair. Shout out to Willow Nightingale. Shout out to Trinity. Shout out to Mercedes. Shout out to Athena. Like, they have been doing the damn thing. And I want to say shout out to Nyla Rose as well, because she has been doing things behind the scenes as far as the women's division, and I don't want to leave her out because she was the first Black AEW Women's Champion. So I want to add her to that. Shout out to her. We cannot forget our trans Black women as well. So shout out to her because she deserves her flowers as well. But shout out to all the Black women that are part of wrestling. They, you know, Jackie and Jazz walked so y'all can run, and it's beautiful to see. Like, you know, I come from seeing Jackie, you know what I'm saying, she had to hold back and deal with the backstage politics, and Jazz as well, but we come a long way. It's still work to do. Now I ain't gonna get comfortable with it because it's still work to do. We still have a long way to go, but shout out to the Black women that is holding these major promotions down, because they do deserve their flowers, because they're doing it and they're representing very, very well. I also want to cut a promo a little bit. Well, it's not a promo, but I want to say this, y'all, because the discourse that I see towards the AEW women's division is probably the most unfair shit I have ever seen. Y'all have to remember where AEW women's division came from. They came from 2019, where it's women that never been on TV before. It's women that used to be on TV and they was still, you know, they didn't know how to, they're trying to translate and things like that. It was a lot of things happening in the AEW women's division in 2019. And I want to say AEW 2023 roster has done a phenomenal job. We came a long way. It's still some work to do, but they have came a mighty long way. The progression has been there. Is, you know, more timing. Yes, it's only one women's card on the book, but like we keep saying, these networks are paying attention to demo charts. They're probably not paying attention to ratings, but they're paying attention to the demo charts. If y'all are not supporting them or watching them, it's going to always be one. In 2019, it was more than one, but because it was so low for them, they decided we're just going to do one until it progressed. And it never did progress. It progressed just a little bit, but as far as hitting the demo chart, it's still too low. Y'all still at these AEW shows going to the bathroom when they wrestling. Like, y'all are, the math is not matching, okay? We cannot complain that we want to see more women on TV, and when they are on TV, y'all are not supporting them because it's not how you want it to be. Regardless if it's not how you want it to be, support them so where it can be to where you want it to be. You know what I'm saying? Rome wasn't built in a fucking day. Okay, it wasn't built in a day. Y'all can't keep saying we want storytelling, and the storytelling is happening, but you don't like how it's happening, and so because you don't like how it's happening, you shitting on them. The argument the other day, somebody, you know, they was saying like Rhea is this and this and this. Rhea is only this because of the controversy on the IWC. It has nothing to do with her wrestling. That says shit right there. She's over for not wrestling. She's over for looking pretty and the speculation between her and Dom. It has nothing to do with her wrestling. That says shit right there. the misogyny and all of that other shit. That says shit right there. It has nothing to do with her in-ring. It has a lot to do with controversy. It has a lot to do with her being attractive. So we still have a long way to go for the women's division in general, because there is no way you can sit up there and be like, Rhea is this and this and this, and you don't have no matches to back it up. Because all y'all care about, oh, she's getting a demo. Why is she getting a demo? Because people care about her and Dom. They want them to have an affair. That shit is
Judgment Day is over.
Oh.
The group is over.
Okay. But my point still stands. Y'all want her and Dom to have this affair with y'all weird asses. So, of course, y'all going to tune in because people tune in to see the affair between her and Dom.
Mm-hmm.
It has nothing to do with in-ring. And then how can you sit up there and be like, see, because look at the matches. Okay, so if you can look at a WWE Women's Division match and the story don't make fucking sense, what's stopping you from watching the AEW Women's Division match?
If the story don't make sense, what's the difference?
What is the fucking difference? There is no difference. So when I see shit like the promoter has to make you want to care about women, say it to yourself. I need the promoter to help me care about women's wrestling.
That doesn't work for me, brother.
The shit like the shit how men view women, it is still there. It still lingers there. Make me care about this woman. Do you hear how you sound? You should care about if you are an AEW fan and you want to see AEW prosper, it should be no reason why you don't want to just sit there and watch. If you're able to see the progress of Orange Cassidy and let Orange Cassidy or Darby Allin or any one of these people that didn't have a legitimate storyline, and you're able to sit there and watch them progress, why can't you do the same for the women? That shit is unfair. And y'all do that to AEW Women's Division. Y'all don't do that to anybody else. Y'all do that to them. All of a sudden, people care about Chelsea Green. But you don't care about Chris Statlander? All of a sudden, people care about fucking what's the child name? Oh shit. That ain't even coming to me. See, you got me mad. I'm mad because I can't even think of the name. Now I'm mad because I can't even think of the name. Oh, hold on, baby. Now I'm mad. I can't even cuss my daughter right there. I can't even cuss. I can't even say what I want to say. But if you care about women's wrestling, the shit that you want shouldn't get that don't matter. What matters is support them and watch them grow. I have watched them progress from 2019. Is it a lot that could happen? Yes. Is it a lot of things that can adjust? Of course. I'm not saying that it's perfect, but it's progress. There is no denying that. You cannot deny that. And y'all want to deny that. Like y'all want them to be 2019 so bad to keep the discourse going, but it's not happening. I'm not going to let it happen on my watch. No. Oh no. Fuck no. Not on my watch.
You know what was happening in 2019? Yes. Britt Baker and B. Priestley was giving each other concussions. Y'all was upset about the Joshi women. You know what I'm saying? Like, none of that is happening anymore. These ladies are taking care of each other. They're having great matches. You know what I'm saying? And now I'm seeing people complain about we need more of the Joshi women on TV. Well, what do y'all want?
They don't know what they fucking want. That's the thing. It's these 2021 fans. I'm telling you, it is these AEW 2021 fans. They wasn't there for the grind. They came in when shit was starting to take off, and they are complaining about shit. They don't want AEW to be the alternative. They want them to be WWE like. That's all they want.
Keeks, Lyric has an amazing point here. She says the 4 pillars got several opportunities leading into Double or Nothing and tanked 75% of them, and everyone allowed them to revamp their characters and try again. The women don't get that grace. She's absolutely correct.
Look at Sammy Guevara.
Look at Daniel Garcia. Look at Jack Perry. Everybody's giving all of them 100% grace and all the room in the world to rebuild after that travesty of a program.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And then what they gonna say? Well, because Tony makes me care about them. You naturally care about him because he is a man.
Look at MJF. She's right.
Y'all naturally gonna care about them because they're a man. Y'all don't do the same thing for women. You know why? Because if y'all could just admit that y'all don't take women's wrestling seriously, I can respect you for that. Mm-hmm. All you got to do is admit that I don't really take it seriously. I think it needs to. If some of y'all need to just admit, I wish you'll go back to the bra and panties. That's what y'all really want.
And
y'all
another point,
athletes.
Another point to this MJF thing, like look at all the pillars. MJF ain't defending that title. The women, Tony's defending every other week. Chris is defending every week. Athena beating everybody ass. I'm like,
Like, the math is not mathing. The outrage is not raging. Okay? The division ain't dividing. The subtracting ain't subtracting. Okay? It's not lining up. Y'all don't know what y'all want. And the shit that y'all want is misogyny as hell. Y'all want some sexual shit. Y'all want if y'all want them to have some controversy. Is that what it is? That's what y'all want? Because even when Tay Conti had controversy, y'all still wasn't watching her wrestling. The expectations that y'all have over the AEW Women division does not line up for the shit that y'all like everybody else do. Y'all give grace to the WWE Women's Division. Y'all give grace to Impact Women's Division. And sit up there and lie and be like, they are the greatest, knowing damn well y'all don't watch. Y'all give grace to even fucking NXT Women's Division. But when it comes to AEW, for some reason, they have to meet your motherfucking expectations while everybody else get the coast. While everybody gets the coast. And a whole tag team. The tag team, the women's tag team championship belts, y'all giving that grace because y'all starting to like Chelsea Green.
I'm guilty.
See? He guilty. So I don't like, be fair all around. If you're going to be hard when you shouldn't be anyway, but y'all do anyway. Just like Bleacher Report, stop giving the AEW Women Division fucking C's all the time. Like, that's all y'all get him. Y'all don't even get him. Like, I saw that ROH. A B? Really? Athena and Willow? A B? Okay. B for black? Is that what that is?
Uh-oh.
B for black? The shit is not fair. Y'all know it's not fair. Y'all just got to keep the shit going. So if we want more than one, because I do too, and I'm not making excuses for it, I'm just being logical. The network is going by the demos. If y'all want more than one AEW women's match on a Dynamite or a Collision card, y'all got to come through. Y'all got to come through. Because even when WWE was doing that, we need more time, their demo shit was still up. So it pressed them to do it. Like, okay, give them more time because they are tuning in. The math has to match. We cannot be like, give AEW Women's Division more time and y'all not watching. Even if you don't like AEW, if you care about women's wrestling, especially if you're on a women's platform, still tune in to support them. Don't half-ass and do the shit. Do it fully. Support them so that way they can get more than one. They want more than one. But the shit has to be fair, and y'all have not been fair to them at all. Y'all haven't been fair to them the moment they got there. Nyla Rose caused so much heat for being a champion, for being trans. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all have to come through for them. If you at these shows and you see somebody going to the bathroom, tell them to sit their ass down. I do it all the time at the shows. Sit down. You ain't got to go to the bathroom. You just got to sit down. Tell them to sit down. Because that's what they do. I saw it on Dynamite. Like, you see it live. You see people get up. I saw a whole row empty, acting like they go into the bathroom. And then they came back with nothing in their hand. You ain't getting no beer or nothing. Y'all just being assholes. Support them. They need it. They deserve it. They have progress. Progression. AEW Women's Division is on a progression. So if we want to see more than one, and even when they have more than one on Rampage, support that. They did that for a reason, to see if y'all was going to come through, and it ended up being the lowest Rampage. It's too hot. Whew. So come through and support them. I don't want to have to fuss at y'all. I'm past my time limit fussing. That's what I had to say the other day. If you want to ask me my point of view, this is my point of view. I'm not going to nobody's shows or nothing to say my point of view. I'm saying it on my shit so you can hear me. I don't want no type of interruptions because I'm going to say what I got to say. The math does not math, and y'all are unfair, and y'all can kiss my ass on it, okay? So pull through, pull up, support them regardless. Now, hit my getaway.
You've mentioned a couple names recently. Who were they?
Listen, man. They call me the problem, but you could call me the can man, because anybody can get it. Africans, Americans, Dominicans, Mexicans, anybody can